We have got fantastic speakers today. There are people many of you will recognize, and I want you to all understand that despite the fact that none of us will agree on everything, and although our speakers come from different backgrounds and different spheres of influence, we are all here because we are in agreement on this most important subject, that this unprecedented curtailment of our basic freedoms is simply not justified. First up, we have Jeremy Harris. Now, apart from being a successful businessman, Jeremy has been working very closely with the Plan B group. Plan B are a group of scientists, health experts here in New Zealand who share our concerns. Experts who the government have willfully sidelined and ignored to date. Let's welcome him.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes. I'm very lucky that in May I came to the attention of the Plan B group. Okay. I'm very lucky that in May I came to the attention of the Plan B group and I got an inside look into what they are up against. From early March, they have been speaking out against what has been going on. And as a businessman, I was lucky to get that inside look. They have risked their careers and put themselves in a place where their colleagues are trying to change their minds and force them to give up what they've been doing. And, you know, they have become my scientific heroes due to their bravery. It's them who have led many of us to be here today with their intellectual heft behind us, giving us the moral authority that we can oppose this insane lockdown that's been going on. I've seen how hard it has been for them to try and even get simple op-eds published in the paper. So all of you just know that there are academics out there who have put their principles first, that have kept their heads while everyone else in authority has been losing theirs. If you want to go on YouTube and check out the scientific answers, they've done a symposium which has 7 hours of experts from Oxford, Yale and Stanford who are talking about all the ways in which the decision we're making is wrong by hundreds of times when you count the risks and rewards. If you want to learn more about the science, you can go there. Many of you here know the arguments, so I won't go into them. Today, what I want to talk about briefly is the ethics of what we're doing. You know, one of the things the scientists in Plan B told me is that for RNA viruses like influenza or coronavirus, the flu vaccine only protects about a third of the people that we care about, those who are over 65 and immune compromised. So we're waiting for a vaccine that will likely be quite ineffective in the people we're trying to protect. The best way to protect them is to do it now while we care, to quarantine them while we quickly, the rest of us, the young and healthy population, get to immunity. It's simply unethical and immoral to instill fear in the elderly, to lock them in their houses for a year, and then to give them what may end up being not much more than a placebo while the rest of society goes back on with their lives. Yeah. The other thing to keep in mind is that this virus gets exponentially more deadly as you get over 70 years of age. So for these people who the vaccine might not be very effective for, their best chance to defeat this virus was yesterday. Their second best chance is today, tomorrow, and so on. So in the medical code of ethics, it says that everyone has the right to choose the treatment that is best for them. And by having the borders closed and by having this lockdown, these people's best chance may be being taken away. So all I really want to say in closing is that, you know, this campaign has to win because this madness has to end at some point. What we're here for is we want to help the other people who've had fear instilled with them. Just help them to come and see the truth that we cannot go on like this forever. We must eventually go back to normal. We must accept the reality of where we find ourselves, and that it's okay to admit that our leadership overreacted and panicked. Doesn't mean that they're bad people. Nice people can make bad decisions, but we have to admit that mistake. So thank you, and all you need to do is keep showing up and we'll do it.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Plan B are going to be a big player in the fight against these lockdowns, so it's great to have him on board. Here's a quick pop quiz for you. How many countries or states in the world that did not implement draconian lockdowns have been shown to have a mortality rate this year outside the range of their mortality rates over the last 10 years? Anyone? Anyone? None. The answer is none. No countries or states that have not locked down have been shown to have a mortality rate this year not previously seen in a previous recent year. None. Not even Brazil. There is no indication, no data that shows that Brazil will have levels of total deaths for this year, when all said and done, when adjusted for population, that are materially different to those of, say, some of the past 10 recent years. If you want the detail, the calculations, come and talk to me afterwards.